Emily Wales is the CEO of Planned Parenthood for the Great Plains region. She joins me now with her greatest concerns. Glad to have you with us, Emily. You know, Planned Parenthood patients in Arkansas were forced to cancel appointments immediately when this decision came down. How did clinics there respond? What did they actually tell patients, and what concerns you the most?
We've had heartbreaking conversations with patients over the last few days. We had about 80 patients who were either scheduled to come in that day or in the following days, and we've had to call every single one of them to say that you no longer have the same rights you had a day before, in the case of Friday's patients, and then to say, but we're still here to support you. We trust you. We see you, even if the Supreme Court does not. So what can we do to help you get care? For some of our patients, that has meant going to Illinois, which is the closest option, even though it's hours from home. But other patients have said they're not sure where they're going to go. They are convinced that their decision is the right one for them, but there are incredible hurdles. You have to figure out childcare and work and still get out of state. And for some of our patients, that will not be doable.
So Illinois is somewhat of a safe haven in the Great Plains region, right? Is there a plan to get people across state lines now from places like Missouri and Kentucky to get the help that they want?
We're certainly helping patients navigate as much as possible, but the reality is patients know what's best for them. So we're doing what we can to eliminate barriers. And if that means helping with gas cards or covering the cost of food, that's what we're doing. But patients have to figure out a thing that we've learned in the last 10 months, really, since Texas's 6-week abortion ban took effect in our region, is that people are very savvy about figuring out their needs. But this is a really hard thing for many patients to figure out. So we're trying to do what we can to share where local abortion providers are located, what the best way is to get care, and then to reassure patients that we are a safe space for you to talk about what your needs are and know that we're here when you come back to your home state, because we'll be here to support you then as well.
And Oklahoma banned abortion immediately because of its trigger law. What's it like there today, and how are clinics reacting? What are you hearing?
The awful thing is that we have been living this reality in Oklahoma for a couple of months. Oklahoma was the first state since 1973 to pass a total ban on abortion care, and patients in Oklahoma have not been able to access care there. There is still an incredible amount of confusion. People do not understand why it is that you have different rights in one state than in another, or why it is that only months ago your friends or family members had more rights than you have today. So our teams are spending a lot of time trying to explain, although it's very difficult to tell someone how 49 years of precedent is gone, and now you have to flee your home state for care if you're able to do that.
And Kansas now also will be the first state to vote to preserve the right to an abortion as recognized in their state constitution on the August primary ballot. So how is Planned Parenthood working to protect access there now?
Kansas is in an incredibly unique position. It will be the first state in the country to vote on a state constitutional protection. Right now in Kansas, you have more rights than you do in surrounding states. And we're doing all we can to communicate that to Kansans so that they understand we have seen what a crisis looks like. We saw it in the faces of Texans when it came to Oklahoma. We now see it in the faces of Oklahomans and Arkansans and Missourians as they are trying to figure out where to go to get care. At the end of the day, this decision is a private one that should be between a patient and their partner and their medical provider. It is not one for the government to interfere with, and we're hoping that Kansans understand that and know that's what's on the ballot on August 2nd.
All right, CEO of Planned Parenthood there for the Great Plains region, Emily Wales. Appreciate your time, Emily. Thank you. We'll follow it all.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.